Hey friends, good evening. Well, here it is a happy Sunday, but you might be rewatching this on another day. So happy Sunday from us. I am super excited to have Sabrina back again, and we are actually doing a part two. So the part one is out there, it's long, it's lengthy, it's a beautiful story, but that dove all into her past. But what we really wanted to focus on tonight was to make it clear cut of what she is doing now, what impact she is having on students who want to go to college, and how she can actually help with that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive right into to have a clear understanding of what her business is, what her mission is, what her reasoning is, and there's also a little way for you to make some money, my friends. So hold on tight. I'm excited. We're going to go ahead and start this. So, Sabrina, thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you for having me, Amber.
Yes. Okay, so why don't we get started with what is the name of your scholarship? We'll just start with the basics.
Okay, so it's called People's Reach Out on Foster Care, but we shorten it down to Proof Scholarship, Proof being PROOF, the abbreviation for People's Reach Out on Foster Care.
I love it. And then how exactly can we help support your mission to send foster kids to college? Because that's a pretty big dynamic to reach.
Okay. Well, right now, as you know, I came out with my latest book, 100
Yes.
Facebook Friends, and I'm giving away half my profits to support the People's Reach Out in Foster Care. As we talked about in part one, the longer version, we had shut down during COVID-19. So now we have to restart back up. The way we are restarting back up is encouraging readers around the world to choose this book for maybe a stocking stuffer and a gift for somebody that you know loves to read, or for yourself if you're a book lover. And those funds will be used to help send foster kids to college. There are also scholarship programs. We will talk about that in a different question.
Yes.
But right now, what you can do to help support it is to purchase a book, whether it's for yourself or somebody else, between now and Christmas. We have a goal of 100,000 books. We want to send 10 students.
10 students. I love it. 10 students by Christmas. That's easy to remember. Yes. Okay, so this now.
It's a charitable corporation that's waiting on its 501c3 status. So we do not take donations right now. We account for every penny of what we're doing. But like I said, we have to restart back up since the COVID, and that's going to take a little bit extra longer for that particular process. So we do not take donations. So everything that goes in there has been my income from these books over the time frame.
Okay, and we have a little bit of work to be done before Christmas. I understand that, correct? It's a big goal, but I think it can be met.
It's 100,000 books. Every 10,000 books sends one foster kid. So it's okay if we get 10,000. That's still changing the future of one child that would not have had that option.
Exactly.
But we would like 100,000. We want to try and do 10.
Perfect. Hey, Victor, it's so good to have you here again. Thank you so much for stopping in, friend. Okay, so we talked about that, buying your book to go ahead and raise money to send the children off to college. What else can we do to create income to send these children to college?
Okay, during their scholarship programs, they have to fill up a mosaic grid of photographs. And then depending on how many photographs, depending on what they need for school, if they're going to a vo-tech school or a college, the quantity of funding is going to be different. So the quantity of how many photos need to be on their grid, whether it's 1,000 or up to 5,000, then you as the consumer can purchase your spot on the grid. Each person that gets a spot gets a free PDF download in their email, so that of the finished product when it's done. The mosaic, when it's done, is gifted, is framed and gifted to whoever it was made for, whether it was for a local company that's in town, somebody that's inspired the kid or helped giving them an inspiration that they feel they can make a mosaic for. Sometimes it's somebody that's out in celebrity view
It's the thing everybody's talking about. Everybody's getting in and nobody wants to be left out. So it's time you do it too. What am I talking about? Getting your face in someone's photo grid, of course. Why do you want to do this? Because you'll help send a foster child to college. Perhaps win a prize and get a free download copy to show all of your family and friends. You, yes you, can change a life for the price of pizza. People's Reach Out on foster care is sending qualified foster care teens and adults to college. Your smile will help. Just $20 to purchase any spot on their grid for your photo. There are limited number of spaces, so do this now before they're all filled up. 5 teams are competing against each other to fill these spots. Please help a team to win by getting as many photos in the grid you can afford. Helping shouldn't break the bank. Photos can come from social media, my cell, or even your cell. Then just transfer it on over with a 20, get a ticket, and watch your smiles change the future. Find out more at proofscholarships.org.
Then we usually go down to like the state fairs, county fairs, and have them set up so that there's a large quantity of people, Mall of America, different malls.
Right. So then how much does it cost to get your picture in the book, or to get your picture in the mosaic, and then also get the PDF file?
It's just the price of a pizza. $20.
Okay.
Not a big deal.
That's
just
awesome.
like the book. Yeah, I try to keep everything about the price of a pizza. I can figure out, I don't want to give up more than a pizza. I don't feel that helping should break the bank, but it should be affordable. And I feel that that's one pizza a year to help somebody's future be changed. I can do that.
I love it. I love it. So, how many people are helping set up the grid? So you talked about like teams being involved with setting up the grids. Can you go ahead and break that down for me?
Okay, so let's say you're a foster kid and you're coming in and you want to go to school to be a nurse. Mm-hmm. And we're going to pay for that. You have the grades for it, and you got accepted into nursing school. So, but you need the funds now. Well, we don't just say, here's your money and go and have a good life and then just abandon you, because that's another thing that can happen to them. We help you go through a program where you're filling in that grid because you get 4 teammates, and that helps you establish bonds, establish friendships with those, trust issues with those, different things that people learn on how to cooperate with a group of people, so that when they go to a job, they know how to cooperate with a group of people, and they can understand delegation, because they have to delegate to their team members, where they're going to have them be, and reevaluate, after the first day, is that your best spot? That education can help them become managers in whatever they want to become.
Oh, I love that. Well, yeah, like it establishes like healthy competition. It establishes, like you said, kind of like your dominant, like who's your go-getter, who's your leader. It helps you just figure out how to work together in a team atmosphere. I love it. There's so much that can be learned just from that exercise. So does that mean that the 4 in the team are like competing over who gets the money?
Okay, nope. Let me explain. Let me break that down. So the competition portion is the first team out of the teams participating that finish their mosaic with all of their photos. All 5,000 is the most. So let's use that as an example. So let's say there's 5 teams or 3 teams participating. They each have 5,000 photos. The first one to finish it, that leader, the student, and their 4 team members win a trip to Disney World. All expenses paid. So they get an extra bonus for winning first. Now, if they win and the other teams still need help and they're willing to help them, the first person that they help, they get an extra dollar out of their funding. If they help them finish their mosaic and they now go and help another team, they now get $2 per photo that they help that team get in there. So there's benefits and incentives to help them help each other even if they finish first, they don't say, oh, I'm done now. No, you're still going to learn teamwork. And that means you need to make sure these people also finish theirs. But we're going to reward you. And now you're going to get an extra $1 that you can go home with at the end of the event.
I love that. I love that all. That's a really awesome principle. That's awesome.
Now, the funds that they actually get go into a trust that's held for them during their schooling time. The company pays for their schooling and any bill that they submit to us. So that means that if you're a single parent without a car and you filled up your mosaic and you only needed 15, 20,000 and you have 50,000, that's the highest one we have. You can use that extra funding for housing. You can use that for daycare. You can use it for transportation, medical, dental, anything that's billable, even food cards. So if it's billable, like you need a bus card or you need a gas card, or you have a bill because you got your car worked on and it's $300. If you send us a bill, we just keep taking it out of that. And then at the end, we help you. If you have anything left over at the end of your education and you're graduating, you're ready to go out, we help you get your first place. If you have enough in there, you can even have a down payment on your first home, and we'll help them set that up so they have that knowledge too. A little starter home. So just so that they have the knowledge of how to go through all of that, because nobody's going to give it to them.
Right. No, and I love that. And then you said, okay, so hypothetically, because I need to see this in my point of view. So if I wanted to go to college and also make a little bit of money, you're saying that it's like I can stay with your program and just continue to earn money to help me through the whole college process. Correct?
Rephrase your question a little differently so I understand it exactly what you mean.
Instead of me like getting a job, I mean, obviously I'm going to college to get a career.
So you do not have to have a job. You can just focus on going to college.
Right, but what I'm asking though is if I needed more money for my schooling, then I can just continue to like work with you and the program then.
Right, then you can come back and fill out another mosaic or go through a different program.
Perfect.
I'm assuming that in the future we will expand different programs. Right now, we basically have the mosaic program because I like photos, I like taking pictures, and we have 2 programs. One is for those who want to work with churches, and they go in and they do the Churches Helping Churches program, where they take pictures of the congregational members and put them in a picture of the Lord's Supper, or the Last Supper. Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful.
Right. So those who are more comfortable with wanting to be around Christian people and be in that type of environment, they have a place that they can go and do their project. And we give 10% to the church that we are at and 10% to the church that sent that student to the church we're at. So 20% of those profits actually go back to the churches that participate in that particular program.
Beautiful. Okay, so then we also were saying that there is a way for the public to make money to help support this cause as well. So if you are looking for a little bit of money up until Christmas, there is a way to make money and also support this program, but no, you do not have to go to college. Could you go ahead and like break that down for us? Because there might be some listeners that are interested, in some extra Christmas money.
Okay, so right now our goal is to sell 100,000 books, sending 10 foster kids to college for 2023. And we'd like to surprise them for Christmas. So what we want is to find anybody who is a salesperson out there who loves selling or knows somebody who's a salesperson, send them this message. We are giving $1 for every book you sell up to the first 100,000 books. Actually, if you sold more than that, we would give you more. If you sold 1 million books, we would give you the $1 million. So the question is how many books do you feel that you can get people to buy for stocking stuffers this year between now and December 24th? So that we have a total on December 25th.
Okay. That is just a beautiful. Oh, hold on.
Are you bringing something else on?
Nope. Victor accidentally just had his microphone on, so it just made him bigger. So that's okay. But I muted you down, Victor, so we're all good. Everything's fine.
Thank you
So
for showing up, Victor.
okay, so you guys do know each other. Okay, because I have no idea who he is.
Yes,
Sorry, you can edit that part out. Sorry.
That's okay. He helped me with my first show, and we just clicked like you and I. We just clicked.
Awesome.
Everybody's clicking these things.
I love it. Okay, I'll circle back. Sorry, I have a little bit of editing to do. Okay, no, I absolutely love that. You get to set your own goals. You get to set not your own time frame, because we want to have this wrapped up by Christmas Eve. We want to have all the numbers in. So what does the salesperson have to have? Yeah.
They have to have a PayPal.
Okay.
Because that's how I get paid, through lulu.com. And in there, I'll have to put in your information, your PayPal, your name, your address. I think it asks for tax identification. I'm not exactly sure, but something to validate that you are actually who you are that is getting paid for the fundings. And then,
no, that's awesome. Okay, so the more books you sell, the more money that your program gets, the more money that this person can get. Because this is technically a business, do they have to buy in at all? Or can they just message you and set up a PayPal with you, and then they just run?
They can message me, set up their PayPal. I'll go on to my Lulu account. I'll probably want a phone call with them.
Okay, but other than that, like, they don't have to have any money in the game. They can just contact you, just take off running. I love it.
Yep. Have any money in the game. I just need the knowledge to type into the account so that it pays you automatically. It doesn't have to go through me. Lulu will automatically do it, the division, and I just tell it how much to give them.
Perfect. I love it. I love the mission. I love the support. I love the book. I cannot wait to get my copy. I know that I have one that you sent to me that's an e-file, but I'm excited to get a hard copy. So yes, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. I think with that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up part 2.
This is Sabrina Oxford. Stay blessed.
Perfect. And I am Amber McCarty with Meticulous Engagement, where it's my business to know your business so I can keep sharing your business with the world. All right. Bye, friends.